Now, on the 5th of September this year, or in the next coming 2 weeks, NEO just confirmed today that they will be announcing their Q2 earnings, which is something that is pretty good because we've been patiently waiting for the official date of those earnings. And to get to see that they are coming in the next 2 weeks, it gives us greater joy as new investors because we know that we are expecting to see great things coming from NEO, especially knowing very well that Q2 of 2024 NEO saw record-breaking quarterly deliveries of 57,373, which is something that NEO has never reported or generated on a quarter, which therefore makes these earnings or these quarterly earnings to be really interesting because analysts are expecting NEO to report total revenues of around $2.45 billion or 17.49 billion RMB or Chinese yen. Which do I think they will beat this? I think they can because Q3 of last year, which is where we saw NEO reporting record-breaking deliveries, they generated total revenues of around 19 billion RMB, which the 17 billion or over 17 billion RMB, which is expected by the streets, I think it should be an easy beat because, like I said, these quarterly deliveries which we saw in Q2 of 2024, they surpass or exceed those deliveries we saw in Q3 of last year, which were just over 56,000 deliveries. So I'm happy. I look forward to this. Otherwise, when it comes to profitability or earnings per share, the streets are expecting 2.21 RMB or 31 cents minus, of course. So the streets are expecting NEO to report a negative loss of around 31 cents, which any number better than this, I think it will be very good for NEO. It might result in the stock price or share price of NEO to perform better for that day. So we look forward because we are seeing companies like Zika doing very well after they report their earnings, or pretty good, decent earnings, which is resulting into their share price also recovering or doing pretty well. So we are to expect, or I expect, a similar situation onto NEO when they report their Q2 earnings in the next 2 weeks. I hope we see the share price also recovering, doing well, which is something that I think it will be so amazing to see. Otherwise, some of the most important figures that we are waiting for on those Q2 earnings are the gross margins, vehicle margins. These two are also important, and therefore we need to closely watch them. I mean, analysts are expecting vehicle margin of over 11% with gross margins coming at 8%, but any number better than this, I think it should be very bullish for NEO. Now, the last figure that we want to look at, of course, is the cash and cash equivalent or cash at hand that NEO will be having. I mean, with all this latest development of their sub-brands on all those kind of things, they make us wonder how much did NEO really spend on R&Ds. And yeah, it is, or they will play a very huge role into that figure, R&Ds, which last quarter you'll know that it was around $600 million. So we hope at least the R&D has came down, or it's better. And I think chances are high that it might be, because even when it comes to battery swapping station deployment, it was not that much, and therefore NEO might have not spent that much when it comes to the deployment of battery swapping station, which we know it also chows a lot of, or a chunk of their money, which goes under their research and development. Otherwise, with all that, NEO, it's up over 1%, trading over $4 as I'm doing this video, which is something that is pretty exciting, pretty good, because I mean, let's face it, this is a stock that is trading towards or below, trading close to their 52-week low, which is not good, and therefore these earnings, we hope to see them boost or recover this NEO stock, revive the sentiment, especially to those that have lost hope onto NEO, and show them that NEO, it is a company that is serious about getting to profitability. I know we spoke of NEO becoming aggressive when it comes to their infrastructure, which therefore meant that profitability might come in the next year or two, but NEO continue showing resilience in its earnings. And like I said, Q2, it's even much interesting because this is a quarter where we saw NEO reporting record-breaking quarterly deliveries of 57,373, which is something that we have never seen NEO reporting, which therefore makes these earnings to be really, really important. I think we should brace ourselves for what is coming during those Q2 earnings, because anything can happen. Profitability might not come, but anything can happen. We might get very close to profitability because of the kind of deliveries that NEO delivered for Q2. I know, yes, they were offering quite massive discount during the quarter, but it might not be as bad as people think, because you know that part of the discounts that they were offering, or that the users were getting, were coming from the Chinese government offering subsidies to those that are swapping their old cars with new energy vehicle cars, or their old cars with EV cars like NEO, which therefore that will make, or should have made, the gross margins maybe not to be compromised that much. I think blue sky is coming, and those that are persevering throughout these short-term headwinds of the share price, in the long term, we shall be rewarded. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Do your own due diligence before you buy NEO, increase your holdings, or sell your NEO stock, because that is important and it is your responsibility. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Otherwise, God bless you all.